I'm going on a little adventure while John's doing the front right side. There is I think it's a Dodge D150, but we're going to take a look at it. It was his grandpa's. So yeah, he's doing the front passenger side. There wasn't a lot of space to be able to film, so we're going to film the other side. So yeah. This is their property. They rent out to the truckers around here. But it's sad they just closed on like a third generation property, which is, hate to see it go. I say it's only my second time being there, but I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm happy I got to see it before it went, you know. But yeah, whenever we get back here, I'll give y'all a little walk around. All right, so this thing's pretty cool. I don't know the story on it yet. I know it used to be his grandpa's. Look at this thing. Do a little walk around. Power Ram 350 Custom. I mean, look at that. Whoa, it's a stick too. That's crazy. I want to know what was in this, or what's in this. There's glass in there though. Wonder what happened. This thing's got to have some stories. That's crazy. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like there's quite a few miles on it. But look at this thing. Whole bed. No way. Hopefully there's not a snake in there. It's a Nissan. Might be a KA. KA with a manual transmission. Old rusty. Wow, that's crazy. I don't even know if John knows about that being in there. Is this closed? I think so. I really want to pop the hood. Actually, it might already be. Hold on. I don't think it is. Actually, no, it's not. This thing's cool though. If we can get a glimpse of what's in there. I can't see it. I know y'all can't either. This thing's cool. No lights. Lights are ginormous though. That's cool. I don't know much about that truck other than that it was his grandpa's, but we're gonna see if we can't figure out the story behind the Nissan motor that's in there, because honestly I think it's a single overhead cam straight 6. Due to its length and its size, it looks like a single overhead cam straight 6. That would be pretty cool. But we're gonna find out if John knows about it and see what's in that. maybe today. But I don't know, it's pretty cool. Trojan. This thing's cool. It's got a old diesel motor in it. Yep. Perkins. Huh. Pretty nifty. It's like an I-4. But it's strong. It moves slow as can be. John, what's in the
What motor's in the truck or in the?
Nah, the what's in the grandpa truck?
In the grandpa truck.
Yeah.
My truck?
Yeah.
5.3.
Nah, Goofy in the grandpa truck.
The yellow Dodge?
Yes.
360.
360.
The old 360, same as the Magnum. It's a small block Dodge.
That's crazy for a 350.
Huh?
It's a
Yeah, small block. It's Dodge is weird.
well, it's a 3500. That's why.
Yeah, it's a one ton. It's an 80.
Yeah.
86, 85, 84, 56, one of the three.
8456.
Yeah, I don't recall exactly the year. I used to know it off the top of my head.
4-speed, isn't it?
4-speed with the granny low first.
That's cool. 4-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive. Yep. It's actually got vacuum operated front wheel hubs.
Oopsies.
Thanks.
It's
Appreciate
got
it.
vacuum operated front wheel hubs.
So you know how like you got to get out and lock your hubs?
Yeah.
Out in that thing.
That's crazy.
86. Yeah. So moral of the story being they don't work.
Yeah.
I'd guarantee. But you don't have to get out of the truck to lock your hubs.
That's pretty cool.
They just don't lock.
What about that straight six? I was right about it being a straight six.
It's a 2.4 liter out of a Datsun. That's about all I know. It's got a 4 or 5 speed manual behind it.
I saw that,
Yeah,
but it just had I saw where it connected.
Yeah. It's probably be a good motor for somebody, but I have no wish to try and fix that mechanical fuel injection.
Is it yours?
Nah, it's my uncle's. It's for his Datsun.
No, I meant like.
Dodge?
Yeah.
It was my grandpa's. He bought it off of one of the old. He bought it off one of the neighborhoods that pretty much the airport tore down.
Really?
Yeah. So there was an airport. There was a neighborhood back behind here where that racetrack is up the street.
Oh yeah.
I
was like, there's a racetrack around here?
Not a real one. The gas station.
I wish.
So where that racetrack is.
Yeah.
It used to be, I believe it was Miners Lane Estates. Or Miners Lane Heights or something like that. Back there is Miners Lane. And used to be this old neighborhood. It got tore down in like the 90s.
Yeah.
When the airport started buying up property. The airport became louder. So they started like giving people money to move out of the area. And it was a snowplow and salt truck for them. And then I need to get the original use. It's got even the tags inside of it for it.
Really?
It was owned by the FAA and it was used to clear snow at the airport.
It's cool.
And salt the airport. And then it got bought by Miners Lane Estates. They used it. That's why it's painted bright yellow. The airport painted it like that. Miners Lane Estates bought it. And then my grandpa bought it off of them when they pretty much closed the neighborhood, when they tore the neighborhood down. This is all as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
This is hearsay from my dad and his brothers and stuff like that. So
I got you.
Yeah, it's got some history to it. That's for sure.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, interesting stuff around here.
All right.
All right, I clean that bad boy up with a little brake clean. I'm gonna slap her on. What I'm gonna do is I did it on the other side. I've got to get that bracket around the rotor pretty much. So I'm gonna go ahead and run a bottom nut and probably one on the top as well, just to keep this rotor from moving any while I install everything else. Because it's kind of a pain. Kind of a pain to work around. This one's a lot calmer. The birds are chirping. I feel like the Bob Ross of YouTube.
Bob Ross
of car YouTube right now.
Thanks.
There's no snap bolts, just happy little accidents.
There's no snap bolts, just happy little accidents.
All right, I'm gonna go get my new caliper.
Look at that big boy.
Yeah, this thing. So weirdly, I didn't expect it, but when I was pulling it apart, it kind of surprised me. When I was opening these boxes, these have 2 piston brakes in the front. I don't exactly recall what my truck has, but I'm fairly certain they're single pistons.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
In the front?
I think so.
Really?
But I don't recall. It's been a while. But I've got my new bad boy here.
That thing looks coated.
Oh yeah, she's shiny.
Fomoco.
Fomoco. So these come pre-assembled. I'm gonna take these bolts out, and eventually I'll get to taking. They don't send you a banjo bolt with these these front ones like they did the one back one. So I'll pull this little plug out, get the copper washers off when I need them. I'm gonna install the bracket and the caliper before I go about pulling the old banjo bolt out, so I'm ready to go. This is a lot more accessible. You see the bleeder and the line go on like the side of it, so you can torque them a lot easier once they're on the car. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my 14 mil here and break these 2 loose, and then install my bracket. Go the right way. Oh, you know what? I don't know why I'm doing this. I have an impact. I own this thing. This is my car and my bolts. I'm just gonna use my chrome socket on my impact. And like that, the slide pins, the slide bolts are removed. And another nice thing about having a car you don't really care about the paint on is I can do that and not feel bad. I can do that. I can do that. I've stood on this hood before.
I've seen you stand
sturdy.
on this hood. I've seen you jump quite literally up and down on this hood.
Oh, she's sturdy, man.
They
They used to build good cars in America.
used to.
Used to. Pretty good big emphasis on used to. Yeah. Good old steel. No plastic in this body. Besides the bumpers. They're plastic, of course. Jamming my head into everything. Go. Now these down here, these get torqued down to, 118 foot-pounds. I'm gonna take my 18 and I'm gonna hit my head on the fender for the 8th time. Put my 18 on my half-inch driver torque wrench, turn her on up back to 118, which is 8 over 100. That's pretty cool. If you're unaware. So there's 110 and 118 right there. On that bad boy. Really get your arm work done for the day. Click. Click. And that's our bracket installed. Now we'll go ahead and install the new caliper on the bracket. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. These goofy little clips, they go on the bracket first. 2 of them. And those bad boys get a little molly grease, so those new pads will slide easy on them. Slide real good on them. Put a little molly on there. Down in the little crevice. Down in the little crevice. Up in that little crevice. And up in that last little crevice.
You put pigs to sleep.
Huh?
So you're gonna put people to sleep.
No, I'm not trying to be a yelly, screamy car YouTuber.
I didn't mean that. I meant like.
I don't know. God bless. Yeah, a lot of weird shit comes through here. That's for sure. Like I said, Bob Ross of car YouTubers. That's what I'm going for.
That's what you're hitting. All right.
Put our outer pad in. Pull up on this little goofy tab that keeps you from putting your pad in. Don't tamper the place, I guess. Screw me. Ah, it's because that bracket's trying to move on me. Why is that trying to move on me? Key step to changing your brakes, for the folks that don't know, is getting grease and brake fluid and everything absolutely everywhere. It is a key step. It will not, your brakes will not work if you don't get crap all over you and everything you're working on and all your tools. They just won't. It's the law, I think. So that's good looking right there. Take our back pad, slide her in just like we did the first one. If you can't tell, I'm getting pretty tired. We just worked all night. Me and homeboy both. So we're both pretty whooped right now. Trying to change a pair of brakes. Because the big brown package company said we had to work, so we worked.
I got an hour of sleep yesterday.
I was a little lucky. I got a little more than that.
If I look like death, I apologize.
Don't worry, you don't just look like it, you sound like it too.
Hey, I don't need you to add on top of this.
Sorry, your pain and suffering check will be in the mail soon enough. There we go. Top side first, evidently.
Will it?
Yeah, probably. Is that dust coming off my hands?
Nope.
It probably is. Oh, all right. Well, we got the pads on. They're seated. They're looking good. Those are some thick, meaty pads.
Yeah, they are.
Compare that. Those things were getting pretty whooped. But now they're nice, shiny, and new. So next what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my 2 caliper bolts and my caliper. I'm going to put my caliper on. Whew. Oh, how fun. Like I said, we actually did the front side, the front passenger first, so I actually kind of know what I'm doing right now. Kinda. Pretty big emphasis on the kinda. And these get torqued to, if I recall correctly, 32 foot-pounds. Oh, did I just smack the camera?
Yep.
Nice. That's what I was going for.
Hell yeah.
So I'll run these down with the old manual impact. And now I'll throw a 14mm socket on the torque wrench, drop it down to 32 foot-pounds. For the 8th time today. There's 32. 32 on the top. 32 on the bottom. And I did check, it's supposed to have a little bit of wiggle, so we're good. Now, I'm gonna get my 2 copper washers ready, and I'll be ready to swap this line off the old caliper and onto the new one. So, I'm gonna undo my copper wire, as they say in Kentucky, or in Kentucky. But as they say in Kentucky, copper wire.
Copper wire.
Take my 14 mil on my impact. Maybe bracket loose.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Yeah, sorry. Well, damn.
Is that sparking?
What, the impact or the piece?
The piece?
Shouldn't be. Hope not.
Oh, that's gonna spark. Is that coming loose?
Sure don't want to. But by God, it's going to. There she goes. Just gotta let her eat. Yeah, that sandwich is loud. Need to remember to like not do that, or at least give a little warning, maybe. So once again, the bottom copper washer is stuck.
I can put a warning in the beginning.
Yeah.
Of that.
Well, that or
of
cut
that
the
part.
audio way down on that part. Drop that washer. Pull the bolt out. Drop that washer. Put new washer on the top. Bolt through the piece. New washer on the bottom. And very quickly reinstall the line on the new caliper. And this goes, I looked it up, to 37 foot-pounds of torque on that low bolt. So we'll bring it from 32 to 37. Big change. I'm jumping up today. I'll tighten her up with my half-inch impact, or my half-inch torque wrench. I'm really getting close. Thought I was getting close. There we go. 37. Wait. That's the front brakes on.
Hell yeah.
They're looking pretty good. I'm gonna remove the wheel nuts that I put on there to hold the rotor in place, and we'll get to putting the wheel. Well, not putting the wheel. We'll start bleeding them, starting on the passenger side.
Sweet.
Yeah, buddy.
And you all already saw us bleed the brakes on the rear, and we're doing the same thing on the front. So.
Fondling my 2 nuts here.
Alright, so we did the front brakes and then bled them, and the bleeding portion didn't go too well. Still feeling a lot of give, you know. You're not supposed to feel like a lot of give like that. So we're gonna take it for a little test drive, see how that goes, and hopefully it ends up working out. But if not, John says he's gonna take it to a shop, and we'll see from there. But just got her back on the ground, and yeah. Brother, look what I just walked into. Oh my goodness. This thing is awesome.
I hope to God it doesn't still have a 22 RE in it.
So John's closing the doors of the shop, and we are going on an actual test drive. We did take it to the back of the property, and then ended up coming back and saying, for the braking procedure, you got to go 45. Don't come to a complete stop, and we can't do it on that road because there's potholes. So be right around.
I wonder Chevy wagon in there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
the donk. So there's a couple mini trucks back there that are that kids.
Okay, so after the test drive, we ended up heading back, and the brakes pretty much pressured themselves out. We did the braking procedure, and it ended up being fine. Yeah, but we were going to record a video. Sorry, that's down. Anywho, we were gonna record a video last Saturday, and that ended up not happening because John was cleaning out the shop because, like I said, it got sold. And their burn barrel, someone had actually left brake clean in the burn barrel, and it exploded because brake clean is highly flammable. He's okay. Say your prayers for John, but he's okay. Just got some burns here and burns here. It's singed some hair, but he's all right. He's gonna be all right. He'll be in the videos again here soon. Just he's taking a break for a while, but yeah. I'll have a video coming out here soon, but I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. See ya. Bye.